Haha! So, as it turns out, I completely forgot that we are on currently likely 3 weeks of the patches, and I really need to get some more main quests done while we still have the buffs active. So, I've got my light tunes, I've got 2 characters to run, and I haven't forgotten my pumpkin. Actually, I almost forgot the pumpkin. So as usual, just gonna hit up the LP store and buy way too many things, or quest experience books. Hello, Donut! How many do I need? Probably like 50. Whoa, whoa, why is my keyboard in Japanese? Hello, Trunk! This was really last minute decided, so it's nice to see some people showing up. That way I'm not alone for my quick run through my last main quests here. I completely forgot that it's Genshin patch night at the same time as, like, the week that they do the updates in Aura Kingdom, so I really want to finish off the remaining main quests that I have pending before the Genshin patch. That way tomorrow, or tonight after I finish here, and tomorrow night I can explore everything that's going on new there. But it is a level 20 S25 and S30, so this is going to be the final 2 maps. Well, final 4, I suppose I should say. And I didn't clean off my desk either. And by that I mean, of course, all the coffee. Ooh, actually, so... Oh, no worries, Donut. Just been, I've actually been really busy the last couple, I suppose I should say, I was gonna say days, but really it was just the last week that was particularly bad. Just had a lot of stuff I wanted to get done. Had family visiting from out of town. Hello, Gemba. What next, Gemba? Let's see. Okay. Yep, my gears should be fine. This part of the quest is kind of annoying because you just gotta wait for this Angus guy to slowly walk by. I'm doing pretty good, all things considered. It's just been a really busy week. Boy, if I tell you what I had to do last Sunday, I got up at 4:15, made a coffee, obviously. Then I resealed all of the counters in our kitchen because they were due for a resealing. Then I cleaned the cabinets. Then I spent all day trying to make some new assets for streaming, which I'm really excited to be able to use soon. Until 5 o'clock when my texted me like, "Hey, are you coming?" And it's like, "Oh, yep, I'm coming." So we had a really busy Sunday, and then since then it's been work, of course. Man, that guy's slow. All right. Now we can really get started here. And after that, I forgot. I think the pumpkin actually despawned there, but yeah, no, it's just been, it was a really busy weekend. And I didn't need to use the charm. Good job paying attention. Midday. And I should stick that there. As usual, I've just got my Chill Vibes Genshin Impact music playing, just because that's kind of the energy I was feeling tonight. So here's the thing, though. And we do have a couple people here, so I would love to hear what people think about it. Oh, sorry, when Aura Kingdom Impact will be released? So there's been some theories that we're probably expecting to see it somewhere around mid-June. Apparently, previous global version games that they've released have normally been around the mid-June territory, so that would make sense in terms of like timing being what they've done in the past. And the other reason why I think mid-June is because they're running a contest on their Facebook page that's expected to end in the early June. And it feels like the contest won't end before the game comes out. Or, sorry, won't end after the game comes out. It feels like the kind of contest that would end beforehand. So that's the idea. That's the energy I'm getting off of them right now. There is no set date, but I think most people are kind of in agreement that we're probably thinking mid-June. Of course, as soon as there's any idea of what date it will be, I'll be trying to get out the word to as many people as possible, and trying to get a day off work, because I've got some gift codes to give away once it comes out. Oh, that's totally fair. I completely understand why you wouldn't want to have to try and get everything back that you had before when you're dealing with the old server. I mean, I'm even on this server, and I still want to at least try out all the new stuff they're planning on adding, so... just no confirmed date just yet. But anyway, since we've got a couple people here, I'm actually trying to collect some opinions. Specifically about gacha games, actually. Oh, that ate my experience book. So I actually made a post on my community tab, just joking about coffee. And yes, again, with everybody starting from 0, there will be no people bringing over accounts from other versions in Impact. It's going to be 100% new. And just in case anybody else is listening, feel free to ask anything about Aura Kingdom Impact. I know there's not a lot of information available, but I'm absolutely willing to share everything that I know. Door? What do you mean, door? Hello, Camster! I checked the front door, it's locked. Right, so what I was saying is, on my community page, I actually made a post just kind of joking about how I've got too much coffee on my desk right now, which is true, but not going to change because I have decided not to remove them. But I also made a comment below it about gacha, and here's something that I would like to hear opinions from people about. Do you find that when you watch people roll gachas, like on streams or in videos, do you feel like that kind of scratches the itch, or do you feel like it kind of normalizes spending money on gacha? Because I don't want to encourage people to spend money on things like gachas, especially people that are like me and have a very addictive personality and would easily spend too much if they kind of get caught up in the moment. But at the same time, recently someone told me that when they watch other creators do those rolls, it kind of scratches the itch and makes it so that they feel like the catharsis of getting a 5-star. So I was curious, because I've been pretty staunchly against doing any kind of gacha on stream for, oh geez, I'm gonna say like half a year now. Well, there's a couple people here, so the people that showed up, I kind of just want to hear what you guys have to say, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do a proper poll later and invite opinions, but I'm curious as to what people that are here might have to say, because if the Genshin server comes up, I'm probably gonna cut short end stream and switch over to that, because I am planning on pulling on the banner. I am extremely close to pity, and I am going to get a 5-star, so I don't know that I want that to be on stream if people feel like that's the kind of thing that would encourage other people to spend money when they shouldn't. So if you have any opinions about how you feel about watching content creators do gacha pulls, I'm curious as to what the average person thinks. Good! Quitting gacha games is a great first step. Oh no, there was that Reddit post, I think it was, about the person that spent their emergency funds on Farina. That gave me chills to read. I feel so bad for people that are playing the kind of games that incentivize doing that kind of spending when they're just not in a psychological position to resist it. It's like they're being preyed upon. Ah, yeah, everybody's got their vice, huh? Ugh. And I guess I've mentioned it before, but one of the things I like about Aura Kingdom is that you don't get a whole lot of that the fancy animations and whatnot that really trigger the dopamine when you're doing like Paragon or whatever. It literally just does do. Like it doesn't make any sound. There's no fancy effects. There's nothing. So I don't feel any temptation here to spend. Alrighty. That's it, though. If anybody feels like they want to just share their opinion on that kind of stuff, I am curious as to how it is for the people in my community, I guess I should say. That's kind of weird. You guys are my community, I guess. Oh, shoot. Well, I can only speak for myself, and I know what watching people on live streams spend money and pull on gacha makes me feel like. And for me, it doesn't make me feel like, oh, okay, well, now that I've seen somebody get a really lucky pull, or now that I've seen someone get really unlucky but eventually get what they wanted, I feel better. It's no, it's... Oh, hello, Resonance! What do you mean, Dixon? What's going on? See, I'm with you, Camster, there. Oh, right. This is the trick where you just kind of gotta run away and then come back and they'll be spawned? Yes. No swiping. Truth is, I am at extremely high pity in Genshin, so if I don't get a 5-star in 10 rolls, I am absolutely guaranteed one in 20. And I'm happy whether or not it's the featured or the not, because there's the character that I really want is the next one. But I heard that the chef lady that's going to be released in the patch tonight works really well with Skirk, so I figured, hey, if I get her, yay. And if I don't get her, then I've got guarantee for Skirk. That's where my head's at right now. Wait, what do you mean by succubus? Games that you've already finished, huh? Like seeing how they react to what's going on inside those games? Hmm. Oh. Yume Mizuki Mizuki. know, I've never played Subnautica. I don't even know what it's about, but I've heard a lot about it. Like, I hear it come up all the time. Oh, but you know, speaking of, better in VR. Well, Resonant, I do enjoy the Genshin for its gameplay. I find it extremely relaxing, the same way that I feel about Aura Kingdom. And that's the reason why I continue to play it, even though I very much dislike the way that it's monetized. Yeah, some people like to joke that the average Genshin player can't follow the lore, but even I struggle to keep up with all the details just because of how much there is going on. Like, I gotta study stuff at work. I can't spend all that much time studying what's going on inside the history of a video game, after all. But, you know, there's a game that just recently came out that's pretty popular. It seems like it's been quite well received, and I'm thinking I'm gonna play it for my birthday. But I'll keep that one a secret for a little bit. Lore in Aura Kingdom. I think the main problem with the lore in Aura Kingdom is the lack of good translation. Like, up to a certain point, the translation was fine. Oop, hitting the wrong keys again. And then after that, it's all AI translation, and it's hard to even follow what's going on. Now, if I remember correctly, I just got a random weapon here, didn't... Oh, no, I did get a storm one. I actually stole my gear from my wizard so that it wouldn't take forever, because we are kind of in a rush. Watch me run right past the NPCs then. Oh, but do we want to try to beat the party mode? No, we're in a rush. We're in a rush. We have 2 characters that we have to complete. 2 maps on each. We're just about done the first map, so... If it's about half an hour a map, that'll probably line up. But yeah, I mean, I guess if people are interested, I can switch to Genshin when that opens up. But like I said, I don't think I really want to do polls live. There we go. This dungeon is really nice. Like, they do such good design of the areas. I kind of wish you could spend more time actually, like, seeing it and enjoying it. Actually, a really cool one to look around in is Subterranean Sanctuary, the level 90 dungeon, I want to say. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on around that inside of that dungeon. If you haven't taken any time to look around, it might be an interesting change of pace to slow down and look at the surroundings. Which, of course, we're not going to do today because we are focused. We have a mission. Are we going right back to the entrance? Yes. Alright, last time I spilled my coffee, so I've got a bottle of iced coffee, like a water bottle full of iced coffee this time. Not making that mistake again. Underwater survival exploration games. Out of curiosity, is it kind of like horror at all? Because that sounds kind of interesting, but when you add survival on there, my brain immediately goes to horror. Oh, right. There's also probably going to be a crash on the one of the first quests on this map too, right? Get ready to restart the game. Can I get the launcher going now in the background? Yep. Okay, so it's not this one. But this dude's gonna give us some items, and as soon as we try to hand them over... Ah, yes, this is my Tachi! And not only is it my Tachi, it is my, blind Tachi. You can't see anything with those face masks. Where's my alt button? Oh, there you go. It's pretty, right? But if I remember correctly... We're gonna crash as soon as we try to hand this over. Yeah, so I wonder... I was ready for restarting. I wonder about whether or not just tossing out the items would count, because I don't seem to remember handing anything over to the other NPCs at all. And yet the quest still completes when you crash. Or is it just this one demon that crashes it? Yeah, I guess it's just the one. So it's not the item, but the NPC. Oh well. At least I was ready this time. Oh, but that means we have to respawn our little pumpkin. I'm gonna throw him up here. Auto potion slot, you can put a pet in there, and that should keep it out, because every time you even take the slightest bit of damage, if you set it at 99%, it'll respawn. Yeah, I keep hitting the wrong buttons, but I'm still blaming that on the new keyboard, which isn't very new anymore. But I think I'm fair for at least another, I think 2 weeks? 2 weeks, and then I'll stop being allowed to blame the keyboard. Right. This is one of those run away and come back quests to spawn an NPC. There we go. So, Camster, you didn't respond about the Subnautica. Is it kind of horror themed as well, or is the survival somehow not terrifying in the deep depths of the ocean? start treating this more like a speed run. That reminds me, actually, I did put it off because of the announcement about Aura Kingdom Impact. Only horror aspect of Subnautica is big fish. Instead of jump scares, you get the constant big fish in certain areas of the map. Okay. Oh, sorry, I was saying, I kind of put it off because of Order Kingdom Impact, but I was thinking about doing a, like, 0 to 100 on my new account live stream to see if it actually is possible to get to, all the way to Awakening without any grinding on a new account. And I know my account isn't explicitly, like, brand new anymore, so obviously the gear is going to be reused from my last Awakening. But at the very least, it would be nice to know whether or not your average, like, mid-tier player actually can make it all the way to Awakening the same way that I do on my accounts that have all the benefits of being a long-time player. However, I did put that off because of Aura Kingdom Impact. And I also was going to do it on Stellar Saphir, and now my Stellar Saphir is my, is the one that I used my free boost card on. But I was talking about possibly setting up my, my Twitch account again, because I actually have a Twitch account that I was using back in the day for things that we're not going to talk about, and by that I mean I played which Final Fantasy game was it? Oh, it's this really, really old story, but like a really long time ago, and I'm talking really long time ago, when, oh, it's gotta be, Final Fantasy... Oh, frick, let me look up which one it is. Yeah, it was Final Fantasy 15. The dude's on a road trip. Really soon after it first came out, my bestie, who was gonna come over for New Year's to have like a party where we'd play it together, like just kind of go through the story together, got super sick. I think she had, I want to say like pneumonia, like she had gone to the hospital kind of sick. So I actually made a Twitch account for the express purpose of just streaming Final Fantasy 15, basically from like 6 in the afternoon till midnight, so that she didn't have to be alone in her, like, what was it? Lockdown, so she didn't give anybody else, I think it was bronchitis. It might have been bronchitis. It was either bronchitis or pneumonia, but she had to go to the hospital for it, and then they told her that she wasn't supposed to be around other people because it was contagious or something. Oh, is the chat really slow? I thought I had it on regular delay. I don't know if I can fix that. Stream latency. Oh, no, I can't adjust the latency now, so it is what it is. You know, it honestly might have been both, Plinko. But either way, I did make a Twitch account explicitly only for that purpose, and I didn't have a microphone or anything. I was just, like, using the PlayStation 4 had that direct to Twitch thing going on. And it was just for her. Shout out, Ciardra. Anyway, so I kind of fixed up that account so that it's midday now. And I will probably... I can't imagine how you would know that. Not a fun combination, I assume. Anyway, that's why I've got a Twitch account that I haven't used since the year that Final Fantasy 15 came out. So I've actually found a plugin that will allow me to simultaneously stream. I just have to figure out how to use it and if my my internet's good enough for it. And I was originally thinking of doing that stream on Twitch because I know that Twitch can have VODs that are longer than 12 hours, and I was figuring it would take more than 12 hours. But now that I've got a plugin that allows me to do both, I'm not sure what kind of opportunity to use to test out whether or not streaming on Twitch works. Gosh, pneumonia and bronchitis, that's gotta be the worst. It's one thing I've never gotten... I've only ever once gotten super, super sick. But it wasn't like... They actually don't even know what it was, but whatever. It wasn't anything with a name like pneumonia or bronchitis that anybody could, like... sympathize with, I suppose. Oh, gosh, I can't imagine that. Yeah, all of that to say, I'm planning to decide what to do with my Twitch account in the near future. Because I feel like if my objective is to get as many people as possible tempted into trying Aura Kingdom, which isn't necessarily my goal, but it's a goal that I've got, it would probably be good to be on both. Hello, Martin! Cooties. You know, the last time I got sick was pre-COVID. Hello, Rick. Why are people negative about Aura Kingdom Impact? Well, I can see why. It does feel a little bit like they're just trying to hype up a new server, take advantage of some people that use that energy around a new server to extract some money out of players and then peace out, but I'm not that jaded about it myself. I can see why people would be, but I'm also not the kind of person that's going to spend any money in it, so... I'm not negative, I'm excited. Although you're right, that when I was looking in the Discord, there's a lot of people that are really, I want to say jaded? Neglecting the current servers for it. I mean, we kind of thought that the fact that there was only 2 Paragons the last 2 weeks had to do with the holidays. But if that continues into the future, then I could see that being as a result of them diverting staff over to Aura Kingdom Impact, even though it's not even out yet. The concerns that they might not continue to do proper updates on this server, I don't know how much I believe that, because it does feel like they barely put any effort into it anyway, and the translation's all done by machines, so we've still got a year's worth of updates from the Taiwan server that we still have to catch up on, so it's not like our updates are eating too much of their development bandwidth, right? However, I did see some people say that they figure that we're not going to get the bow rework on schedule, because we should be expecting the bow rework any worth of updates. Hey now. I got a year's worth of updates coming from the Taiwan server because we're about a year behind them. But yeah, I saw some people talking about how they were concerned that maybe we wouldn't continue to see 3-week update cycles because they have to work on Okay, well, okay, I'll take what you're saying there. Eidolons and costumes being updates isn't what I'm referring to, though. I'm talking about the 3-week ones for the events and whatnot, right? because we're 1 year behind Taiwan in terms of those. I agree that I don't call costumes an update. But there were some players that were expressing concerns that maybe we wouldn't see the bow rework come, like, on schedule. And that would be really disappointing. Best PvPer of the EU servers will come back. I don't think I really need new dungeons so much. I don't mind when they run, like, events, but I don't know what the events are that they've been running on the Taiwan servers, right? It might be close to what one might call an attempt at bilingual, but that's with Japanese, not... I suppose it is Chinese, right? They really should drop the news business soon, though, because they've already got Kerberos frags not tradable, and we've got to get those Kerberos. Kerberos drops are supposed to be the new Infernal Abyss, right? I'm looking forward to that, at the very least. That's a good question, actually. Is it because it was changed during the area time? They made specific promises not to change some things, like the shop from the area time, so I wonder if that has to do with it. Do we? Wait, did I miss the extra dungeon? Oh no, we gotta focus! Wait, I should have the Genshin Impact server up too so I can see when that patch drops. Hold on. People start posting pictures of their gacha pulls once the server is back up. Well, but we do have a couple more people here, so you can absolutely file a ticket to request that kind of stuff. Actually, I don't know whether or not to, like, specifically thank the people that submitted the tickets about it. But it could be that we got the compensation for the Eidolon Wish coins being removed from the login bonus from last month. It could be that we got that back because somebody submitted a ticket. I mean, better than getting it back, actually. Oh shoot, I was supposed to talk to her inside there. I was completely distracted. We were only supposed to get 5 and they sent 50, and I think that was because there was many players that submitted tickets complaining about the fact that they removed those Eidolon Wish coins from the login last month after the last maintenance. I finished 2 of my Eidolon Wishes with that. Still have a lot to do, though. Yeah, you'd have to have been really careful to just specifically not log in on that one day to take advantage of it, but I log in every day, so I didn't. Honestly, congratulations to the people who just were coincidentally not logged in that one day. Although it does feel a little bit weird that the people that didn't log in got the benefit. So this time I'm not gonna run out before I turn in the quest. Ugh, world chat. I don't even want to look at it. Where's Karis? Oh no, I did it again! Shoot, I didn't realize it was before the last boss that I was supposed to... I've got to do it again. Guys, this is why I have so much coffee on my desk. I clearly need more coffee. Oh, shoot. That's another coffee. I've earned another coffee here. Okay, put it... here. There. I earned another coffee. Hello, Cryosix. I am currently doing a terrible job of remembering to turn in my quests before I complete them. I've just added another coffee to my table. Oh, hello, Kielo. That's, I'm gonna say it's reassuring to know I'm not the only one that does that. Well, one more time. At least this time she's outside, so I can't screw it up and then not be able to finish this entirely today, but... we're getting a speed eidolon out. She's got move speed, right? Yes. Yes, for S30, which I'm also going to be doing today as soon as I finish this. You cannot complete the quest in solo hard mode. Although, maybe it's worth testing to see if that's still the case. Because it's been a while. Then again, they still haven't fixed the fact that you can't do the S1 quest. Like, the third S1 dungeon quest also can't be completed. Oh, Plinko, did you do it recently too? Should I do it anyway and send them a timestamp from my livestream? Last night. Yep, that's not gonna have been fixed between yesterday and today, that's for sure. Oh, and I accidentally turned off my music because I forgot how my keyboard works. Like I said, I think I get one more week of complaining about not being able to use my keyboard properly. And then I just have to accept that I am bad at computers. Alright, for anyone that's not familiar, there is a text box that since the release of the Siege of the Aqua Dragon Queen has just not been translated. So that's what, 9 years right now? Probably around 9 years? Oh, alright, we're just gonna have to run away and then run back. Didn't run far enough. It says reserved for the Aqua Dragon King instance. And way back in the day, I was part of the team with the area, and we got them to send us the original text, or Chinese text. And working together with Goddess, we came up with a perfect translation of all the lines, and we submitted it in the bug tracker, and we were ready for it to be fixed. And then the bug tracker went down because the bug tracker had a bug, and I am not kidding or falsifying any part of it, but the bug tracker went down because of a bug, and we basically lost the reports that we had done. And because I'm an idiot, I deleted the file where I kept the translation that we had worked on my desktop, because I thought, hey, it's submitted. It'll get fixed. And now it's just gone. My one My one saving grace is that very few people run the Siege of the Aqua Dragon Queen. Not a lot of incentive to do it, but I could have fixed it. We could have fixed it! Now, is it? I'm pretty sure it's this guy that's got to do it. I tried so hard, guys. I tried so hard. All I wanted was the translation to be done. Leanne Riverwalker deserved better. Alright, I'm okay now. Yes, this is the guy. I left the pumpkin. Whatever. Never mind the pumpkin. I hate the pumpkin. Yes, it was just the Vaughn stuff, but Leanne Riverwalker deserved better. Whoops. That looks like a full set. I'm glad Lazzie's not here to attack you, because I'm sure you wouldn't have gotten out unscathed. Alright, we're just gonna do it with a sprite. Never mind the pumpkin. And I'm gonna say 50 was a good call on the other one, so we'll do 50 again. Oh, it is also 9:20 at night on Tuesday, which means that if you're an Aura Kingdom player and you haven't bought out your weekly stuff that you want, make sure to get it, because it's going to reset in 2.5 hours. Alright, let's go. It's too late. I like Vaughn too, so the Vaughn fangirl is already in the room. Oh, this is a really good water bottle. Come on, Gareth. There we go. Oh, this guy's even got the festival buffs up still. Oh, Lousy! Hello! I should have known. Oi! Plinko? For your heresy, you are hereby, I don't know. I'm not actually gonna ban you or anything. Plinko has a problem with the fact that my favorite Genshin character is Child, so just ignore him. Actually, so I was talking with a coworker about birthdays, and they said that theirs was the same day as Child's, and I was just like, oh, your birthday's the same day as my favorite Genshin characters, and they're like, hey, that's cool, now you won't forget it and you'll get me a present, right? And I'm like, yeah, haha. No, Vaughn didn't do anything. Specifically, we were talking about how Vaughn's lines in the Siege of the Aqua Dragon Queen are not properly translated. And I already did my my act of crying about it, so I don't really feel like I'd like to do that again. If you'd like to see, feel free to scroll back for a bit. It probably wasn't convincing crying. Alright, is this the library right here? Oh, I guess I do have to kind of explain again for Lousy. So, basically, back in the area days, I got a copy of the original text from the community managers. If anybody remembers, Lotus got it for us. And then Goddess and I translated it painstakingly, because neither of us speak Chinese, so we used Google Translate as well as game context to come up with a perfect translation, but I loved it. I love the way we phrased it, we did a great job, and then we submitted it on the official area internal bug tracker. which was promptly followed by the bug tracker going down. The bug tracker got a bug and went down, and they weren't able to recover the stuff from it. So we just lost it. I lost my file because I just deleted it because I'm dumb. And now I don't have the text anymore, so we could have fixed it. And we didn't. I let down all the players. I let down everybody, and most of all, I let down Vaughn. Alright. Like I said, that's enough pretending to cry. I'm sorry, Lousy. I'm not gonna advocate for hacking. It is what it is. The text was something along the lines of Vaughn was pretending to be a lost child inside the middle of a dungeon. Obviously, nobody was ever gonna believe it. And then when, I think it's Misaina? The Sarpa approaches, Vaughn's like, look, you ruined my act and now you are dead. So Vaughn kills Misaina and then is all like, well, you showed up for the play. No, it's okay, Plinko. It's too late. It could never be done officially now. I don't think that even if I were to send X-Legend the text inside a ticket, they would do much with it. And I honestly believe that literally nobody cares as much as I do. Wait, Weezer? Where did Weezer come in? Ah. You'd never know it from the way that I dress all of my characters in game, but blue is actually my favorite color. You could never make me dislike blue. Sorry, it's the fact that blue is my favorite color and yet I literally don't use it on anything inside Aura Kingdom. What's blue? Blue Man Group? I'm sorry, is this like a group of people that wear blue suits? Like the... Oh, if I say that, nobody will know what I mean. A while back, I don't really follow hockey, but there used to be like a bunch of, like two people that would go to the hockey games in Vancouver, like in a green bodysuit that covers their entire face, and then they'd like people get pictures of them with signs or whatever. So whenever people say color group, I just imagine people wearing full bodysuits of a color. Is that still a thing? Do people even do they still go to the hockey games? Men hockey? Yeah, if you Google the green men, you'll totally see the people that I'm talking about. So then you'll know what I mean whenever you say like a color with a group. That's what I imagine. Oh hey, there's a video from 2024 with them in it, so I guess they were up to it even last year. Cool. I don't really watch much hockey, though. Makes me a pretty bad Canadian. But if you ask me about curling... Nobody would ask me about curling besides what is curling. I feel like that's a little uncalled for. We're not doing that in our country. Yes, Martin, you're totally right. So you've got these really, really heavy rocks. And by when I say rocks, that's what they're called. But they're like giant polished stones that are quite like they're very round and they've got a handle on the top. And one person will slide out of the hack, which is like these two little like foot stops in the ice, and slide out and kind of try to get the rock to land inside the house or the target on the other end. And people along the way will sweep the ice both to clear the clear any debris that's in front of the stone, and also what the sweeping does is it really, really minutely melts the little bubble. Like they're called pebbles, but it's like really tiny droplets of ice, because they actually like spread little droplets of ice, which decreases the amount of surface area that the stone is touching and affects the way that it curls. So that's what the sweeping is doing. The sweeping is affecting how much it's curling. Like if you sweep really, really hard, you can kind of stop it from curling a bit by increasing the amount of surface area. Also, you get to yell hard, really loud across the ice. It's fun. It's also a game that a shockingly large amount of quite old people play, considering you have to wear shoes with sliders on the bottom on top of ice, which is generally not a great thing to do if you're if a fall could be quite harmful. So interesting sport, we'll leave it at that. But if you've never played, it is a lot of fun and doesn't take a lot of like strength, so give curling a try. What do you mean go back? Are you talking about the fact that I haven't finished all my eavesdropping? I have not. I have not finished my eavesdropping here. I'll I'll get around to it. Hey, what do you mean, who is that? What are those horns? Hold on. Oh, are you not on this map yet? This guy? This is the final boss. Spoiler, this is the final boss for this map. Your crush was over before it had a chance to get started. Lousy, I think we have similar taste because I too think that he is very cool. Where are these panthers at? Camster? It is. Oh, hello, Joker. I do have a sorcerer. Curling is the sport where each team, but each team gets 8 rocks, and they can bounce them off of the other team's rocks to get them out of the house, so that you can count as many as possible. Complicated reasons, Lousy. A lot of stuff's been happening. You're gonna have to catch up on the game to find out why. Definitely not because I haven't read the story and I don't know. I do know, I swear. That was a joke. Joker, it kind of depends what kind of help you're looking for. I'm a little bit in a rush to try and complete these quests as fast as possible because I would like to play the Genshin patch when it drops. But if it's just like some overarching advice, I can try to help you now. Otherwise, I would strongly recommend going and joining the Discord. There's people that know more about Source than me. Mine is extremely underused compared to other classes. So, like, for example, if you're looking for an envoy path, I would recommend checking out the Discord because I believe there are a lot of people that have shared envoy paths. But if it's just general advice, I could try to help you. Or Plinko can suggest. Oh, I think Plinko said you can actually run all the way up last time I did this. Oh well, we'll do it the right way. Lousy, what level are you at right now? I only ask because there are more colors. Well, at least one more color. Aw, you mean I could have just chilled right at the entrance and waited for the quest to end? But that's no fun. Oh no, I'm almost out of iced coffee. And yes, that's what I was gonna say, is that at S15, stuff happens and she has another color. I'm surprised that you don't have more costumes. Costumes is one of the things I like the most about our kingdom. Actually, costumes are a bit of a struggle. Lately, I've actually been swapping around 3 on my bow character, just because there's ones that I like that I just don't use because I don't have enough characters for them. Dresses in real life. Okay, this is gonna sound really, really bad, but I haven't played Star Rail in quite a while. But Hoyoverse released this Aventurin-themed dress that I just... It looks really nice. Like, I'm talking about in real life. They've released clothing line, and I have purchased some of the Genshin Impact clothing line stuff before, so I know it's good enough quality to be worth how much they're charging for it, but, like, I haven't played Star Rail. I probably shouldn't order a dress themed after a character from Star Rail, but I just kind of wanna, you know? It's very pretty, and I like the aesthetic. Space Barbara. No, I think the last ones that they've released were, Actually, I haven't looked at the last ones they released, because every time they do, I'm like, oh no, I want it. And I should stop looking. Truly suffering. Yeah, they just announced that Saber and Archer are going to be in Star Rail, but like I said, I kind of dropped off. I haven't played any of the newest patch. Now, my friend who does still play it was telling me that Archer is going to be free, but Saber isn't, which seems like I mean, valid. I guess not everybody's prefers the dudes, right? Yeah, I'm probably not going to start playing again. But, like, a nice dress is a nice dress. I'm kind of worried, not because of the... I don't really want to mention the tariffs. I've seen a lot of people recently talking about how they were, when they were trying to order like VTuber merch, ridiculous tariffs were being added on. But I'm not in the US, so theoretically the prices shouldn't be changing for me. But basically, as a Canadian, anywhere you shop online, you're going to see prices in US dollars because that's just how people do it. So the question becomes, do they just start jacking up the price because people expect prices to go up because of the tariffs, and then even though it's technically not supposed to affect me, the price will go up? It's a really weird position to be in. So before I do any more ordering of anything online, I'm gonna kind of wait and see how it goes. I keep using that skill that teleports behind them and it's putting me off kilter. But would Cloud approve of this dress? I don't know. I guess it depends how comfortable it is for trying to kill people in, if you're asking for Cloud's opinion, isn't it? Gotta be able to fight. It's just a cute dress. Okay, it's like teal, and then it's got like pinstripe sleeves, and it's super, super cute. I really like it. But anyway, I'm not usually a fashion girly in real life. You know, the other game that I dropped was actually the Nikki game. And nowadays, like really recently on the most recent Infinity Nikki patch, there's been real like blowback because they basically just retconned the entire story. You logged in, and this lady appears in front of you and says, "By the way, you goofed. Your memory is lost, but the entire world has been destroyed. It's your fault. Okay, bye." That was basically the gist of it that my friend who still plays told me, and it's like, oh. Oh, yeah. Someone sent me coffee again? Plinko, if you're reading this, Lousy has your wallet. You know what? Because of that, I guess I need to add another coffee, don't I? Coffee. Oh, don't kill me. I'm getting coffee. Good night, Camster. Thanks for coming by, even though it was so late. I need to... can I just, like, slide it in back here? There we go. One more coffee. And I will use one. Actually, so. I don't normally keep stuff like ice cream around the house, but my family that came to visit after we went out for dinner, they just wanted ice cream for dinner, or ice cream for dessert. So they got me ice cream, or they bought a thing of ice cream and we've just left it in my freezer. So I started doing, it's just a vanilla ice cream with a little bit of like chocolate shavings in it. So I've been doing affogato with that, just like nice quality vanilla ice cream, shavings of chocolate in it, and a shot of espresso on top. Ah! Amazing. Love it. Delicious. I'll take 10,000. And I did it again. I was supposed to talk to Karis inside the instance. That felt like a mislead. I'm blaming you for that one, Lousy. But it was a brain fart, so I suppose I need another coffee, don't I? There we go. One more coffee. Distracting me with coffee. Oh boy. It's that kind of night. Uh-oh. More coffee? Husbando tier list. You guys want a husbando tier list? You know what? Yeah, we're gonna do a husbando tier list. Nobody's gonna like it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And you guys are gonna have to give it a thumbs up at least, okay? I'm doing really badly fighting here as well because I'm not super... Ooh, good one, Ryan. Good one. Tier list. And the top category will be tea, and it'll have only tier in it. But is tier really husbando? 100%, Martin. 100%. I don't know if tier is so much husbando. He's just my guy. He's my guy. Crab tier? I have erased whatever that is from my memory, and I'm living happily without it. So, how about now? What did you do? I've only got 3 screens. I can't look in the Discord. If you do something bad in the Discord, I cannot stop you. Oh no. Where's my freaking Discord window? It looks safe. Sarmus is there. You're right. It's fine. It's fine. New meta. If you want to post scam links inside the Discord, all you gotta do is do it when midday is live so she can't stop you. That's not advice. Alright. Now we can run out. There we go. I have too many programs running, I think. I thought that once I had 3 monitors, I'd be happy. But now I simply feel like every time I add more screen space, I come up with more things that I want to be able to see at the same time. Power of God and Satan at the same time, like a, Oh, what? You know, my old PC is, really old. Like, gosh, I want to say, like... Oh, right, I've got a... You actually like Karis? All right. Anyway, now that we're there, yes, my old PC is old. I'm gonna say 2015 is probably the last time that I upgraded my previous one. Sorry, I did that with no context. I guess you have to level up now, Lousy. Anyway, yeah, so my old PC is like 2015. So if it's just running as like a the streaming PC, I mean, it's possible that it might be able to handle it, but Hello, Delta Bravo. 1 second. Just need to open up another programmer here. And then see, the truth is, Delta Bravo, I actually strongly prefer playing Aura Kingdom with a controller. So hold on a second. I'm just gonna switch over to my controller. Yeah, come over here, switch the profile. There we are. I am now playing Aura Kingdom with a controller. Which, I actually was building unique profiles. What do you mean, door? I was building unique profiles for every class because I felt like I didn't want to mess around too much with my, I didn't want to mess around too much with the skill bars, but I wanted to be able to have different buttons doing different things specific to each class, and then I got lazy and now I just use the same profile for, like, most of my classes and just live. But I actually use a program called Anti-Micro, which some games do count as like a cheat engine because it can have some macro functioning on it, which you're not supposed to be able to use in a lot of games. But, and I should probably turn on mouse to really show you what's going on here. Where's my window capture cursor? All right, so I use a D-pad to control the mouse. What button is this? L2 is my target button. R1 is my jump button. And then I've got skills on. This is an old PlayStation 3 controller, actually. I don't have a. It's just an old wired PlayStation 3 controller, actually. So my circle, X, square, and triangle buttons are all working as skills. My R2 button, I've got my skill here on because for some reason I really liked having one of my my most powerful skill on R2. And then I use R1 as a control modifier to access this row of skills. So I totally get not wanting to play with a keyboard because I actually do get wrist pain is because I work too long hours during the day. It's a little janky, but it's totally doable. I do still have to go to my keyboard to access like my items and whatnot, but when I'm just sitting back for a nice long dungeon run, I always switch over to controller. Although, for some of these quests, there'll be some annoying parts. Like, I believe we're actually going into one. Oop, wrong button. I believe we're actually going into one of the really annoying quests right quickly, where we have to target a bunch of specific ones. Hello, Conk! And I figured out what you meant by door, Plinko. It's fine. I have to finish here first. Alright, so for this quest, you have to kill only the 4 statues that have the red glow on them. So let's see if I can upgrade my current GPU. Sorry, I got so distracted talking about how much. Alright. Actually, it works. If I just move until my cursor lines up with the thing I want to hit, and then I click the start button, which is what I've got my right click on. Joker, the only thing you gotta do for that quest is attack the 4 statues that have red glow. That's really all there is to it. Nothing tricky. Anyway, what Plinko meant by door is that the Genshin Impact server is up. Huh? Whoa, so they changed the text? Holy moly, the the cost of obtaining a 5-star event exclusive character may vary from $1.98 to $475 if purchased in USD. Wow, adding that on the gacha pull page, that's gotta be like a bucket of ice cold water. So this is actually probably a really good time. I'm just gonna move this here to bring up something that I've been talking about at the beginning of the stream and would like to hear people's opinions on again now, if there's anybody that's new that has just tuned in the meantime. My personal opinion, I love Genshin Impact. I have a lot of fun playing it. The program is called Anti-Micro, ANTIMICRO. I will just type it in the chat here. Anti-Micro. You have to basically build up a custom profile for how you want the controller to act as a keyboard, but I really like it for Aura Kingdom because I totally agree that it's hard to play with a mouse, especially like a mouse and a keyboard, especially if you're like me and you work a full-time job on a computer. Okay, so I really like Genshin Impact. I disagree about skip text and cutscenes because I think that the more that you allow people to disengage with the content, the less emotional connection that the players will have with it. I don't... Because once you take that away, it's really just a gambling simulator, right? That's my personal opinion, is that I wouldn't want a skip text button. But my personal opinion is that I don't think if I were to stream Genshin Impact, I would ever want to show doing any kind of gacha pulls on stream, because I feel like what that does is normalize spending money in the games, because I do spend a little bit of money in Genshin Impact, and I don't kind of want to... Yeah, but I don't really want to be a part of encouraging people who have an addictive personality like myself from going and spending a little bit more than maybe they would have been comfortable, but because they see people doing it, they become desensitized to it, right? But recently, I've mentioned this a couple times before, and recently someone DM'd me saying that, well, actually, if you're gonna do it anyway, because yes, I do have some polls tonight, and I was going to use them to get my hands on Escoffier or lose 50-50 and be happy because I'd really like Skirk, who should be coming up soon. That if I'm going to do it anyway, that some people, like this person that was messaging me, find that to be cathartic. Like they get to watch somebody else win the 50-50 or lose the 50-50, and it's like it's a satisfying moment for them too. But personally, I don't feel that way. But if there's other people that feel like it would be beneficial for them to, like, in terms of helping them not spend money, after I finish up the quest here, we can totally pop on over into Genshin and see whether or not we get Escoffier. But if that's something that people find is more like an encouragement, or it gives them a desensitization to the fact that it's very expensive and they shouldn't be doing it, I don't want to do it on stream. That's just my personal opinion, so I wanted to know whether or not people, specifically you guys, feel as though when you're watching people do gacha, does that like desensitize you to it, or does it kind of scratch the itch, I guess I should say. And I'm really curious as to what people think. I'm actually planning on putting up a poll in the future, not tonight, but in the future, putting up a poll to see how people feel about that. Yeah, updating the UI to remind you how much things cost, that's a choice. Actually, it probably wasn't a choice. I bet you that was a required by the government kind of thing. Oh. Also, Delta Bravo, once you've got Anti-Micro started, you do kind of need to build up a manual profile of how it works. So if you have Discord, I am just JM Midday there as well, the same as my official YouTube name. You can message me there or reach out in the official Aura Kingdom Discord. It's not targeting the right pile of books there. And I can help you more with setup, but just maybe not tonight, because like I said, after I finish here, I am going to go play some Genshin. I was just debating whether or not to do that on stream, because obviously the first thing I'm going to do is see whether or not I get a Scoffier or nobody. Kind of annoying. Get those there. Alright. And now that I think about it, I completely didn't answer your question about Aura Kingdom Impact. The answer is I really doubt they would have controller support. However, we can make our own controller support. Actually, is my microphone picking up the controller sounds? If I hold it close. I wonder about Steam Deck support. There were people that managed to get this game running on Steam Deck as well, but I don't know how. Like, I saw somebody that sent me a photo, and I don't know whether or not they were just, like, trolling me or something, but they claimed to have done it. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I can imagine if it's a really technical thing, there might be a lot of factors that would make making a guide challenging, but personally, I simply do not have a Steam Deck, so I couldn't even try to help people. See, I was trying to get it to work on my phone too, but the solution that I found that would be easiest was basically to run a like a little virtual machine kind of thing. Or I guess that's not really the right way to put it. Like, just to basically remote control your PC. But the version of Windows that I have doesn't support that. Like, the version of Windows that I have doesn't support the remote desktop thing. So I'd have to buy a program for remote desktop, and I really try to save as much money as possible. I try to be really conscious about money. And, like, not to get all negative or anything, but I work in logistics. So with the present world circumstances, I'm not entirely sure how secure my job is. So doing my best to put away a lot of money. Oh no, I'm bilingual, but I don't understand that. That Spanish?スペイン語はわからないけど、日本語なら大丈夫。漢字はちょっと下手。Sorry, it's just like, maybe I'm showing off a little bit, but I very rarely get the opportunity to actually speak any Japanese, so just a little bit of show off. Just a little bit. It depends what percent you're at. Like, sorry, what, oh, percent. It depends what level you're at. In the, at S30 and above, typically I call it a good day to get 10%. I mean, obviously after work, right? But you know, being an adult is tough. You gotta actually go make food and like clean dishes and do laundry. Ugh. Adulthood really is just one day of doing dishes and laundry until the next day's dishes and laundry. And personally, yeah, I do like to focus on the doing quests when I'm actually on the grind. I should have another class getting up to not awakening, Cap pretty quick. She's 39, so we should be seeing another rush for Cap level in the next week or two. And I'll probably try to do about, I think last time I had 25%. I think next time I'm gonna try to do about 30% live. Hello Kazuto, this is the official server. The one from X Legend. Need to go into regular mode. They merged the Spanish, French, English, and German servers into one. I don't really need to beat these mobs, guys. I should really just run towards the boss. Oh, I was about to touch the mouse, but we're doing a controller challenge. Right, so that'll get me back my ballad. Fortunately, in solo mode, nobody's really challenging enough that I'm actually going to have to put in effort on rotations here. That being said, I find rotations to be pretty easy on the controller just because I actually find jump casting easier on the controller. Hello, Clayton! Yes, this is my duelist. I think duelists have the highest ceiling potential of any class with the right setup. Because of the, oh, hold on, I'm sorry, my mouse is already controlled by the controller here. Because of Dancing Battle Song. With the butterfly stacks, I think that this class, with the right setup, probably could do the most damage in a single attack of any class in the game. It's just got really bad AoE. Did I get turned around? Yes, I got turned around. Ugh. I also get turned around every time I play it. I do need to fix up the all the skills for playing on a controller. Someone asked me about whether or not they could use a controller earlier, so I switched over to mine, but I'm not super properly set up. Did I get turned around again? Yeah, I totally get that. I could see why most people would switch over to physical, but I'm a holy. Yep, the bosses certainly do have long animations, and you lose all your charges if you don't bring some mobs to pick them up. But this is solo mode, so it's not that big of a deal anyway for me. And also, like I said, I'm a little bit clumsy right now because I'm playing on a controller and I haven't done my my skill setup properly for a controller just yet. And every time I use that skill, I get turned around. So this is basically the end. Oh, Duelist Holy Sword. That's actually much smarter than Bard sub, because I was just being cheap with my gear since I had harps lying around. Well, actually, do dot ticks break the blood armor? Yes, Blinko, I actually clicked the talk to NPC button so I could double check to make sure that they are actually by the final boss, which they are. Oh, you want to know my origin story, huh? Ugh, frick. It is every 1 second the reduction, but then wouldn't that mean that it's an ideal time to? I am literally doing miserable here. It's okay, I've got feathers. Shh, sneak by, nobody noticed. Look, if I was playing a class with better AoE, playing on a controller would be a non-issue. Like on my wizard, I am pro. On my bow, I am pro. Clayton, Aura King didn't exist in the 90s, so even if I'm old, Aura Kingdom isn't that... my origin story does go back to the 90s, though, so that's neither here nor there. Right, so I was playing Grand Fantasia. I was playing Grand Fantasia at the time because I was in early university. Oh, I put the bar ballad there. Yeah, it was when I was in early university years that I was playing Grand Fantasia. And basically, I was really, really shy, and I wanted to try and get over that fear by playing an MMO. And it didn't work because I didn't talk to a single person. So when they announced Aura Kingdom, I was like, all right, I'll start at the beginning of the game with everybody else, and I'll make some friends, and it'll be cool. And then I didn't. I started as a wizard on one of the... I started as a wizard on Siren, and I just didn't talk to anybody for like 3 months in the game. So I started again when the bow class came out. And then I joined the first guild that invited me because I had actually like just ignored people inviting me to guilds because I was doing a really good job of my goal of trying to get over my fear of talking to people. So I started again on Hydra. I made a bow when the bow first came out, and I joined the first guild that invited me, and the people that I met in that guild, I'm actually still friends with them to this day. They're precious friends, even though they don't play anymore, and I can't imagine where I'd be right now if I'd never met them. And, yeah, I was ridiculously shy. Like, my heart rate would go up posting in forums. So that's how bad it was. And, well, Siren was a bad server because they couldn't convince me to come out of my shell. Clearly. Anyway. So, yeah, it's funny, because I really was planning on starting to play Aura Kingdom before the game even came out, just because I wanted to play an MMO that was new, where I could meet some people that were cool, hopefully. And I was debating buying the Founders Pack at the time. It was you got a special Eidolon that eventually with Cleopatra became available to everybody, but you got a special costume, you got a special mount, it was a bunch of stuff. And I thought, well, I don't know if I'll be playing it that long. Oh, what was the reason why you started, Lousy? Because you saw Art of Vaughn? Yeah, I had the opportunity to do a couple live streams with Area. And that was obviously after I'd gotten over my fear of talking to people, which is, I mean, you know, obvious, given that I'd been dealing with people as a game sage for a while. And I know those VODs are still up in random places, and I was using a face cam at the time, but it was right after COVID started, so it was really hard to get a good camera. So it was pretty bad, and I thought it would be really fun to be a VTuber, not specifically because of, like, not wanting to show my face, because if you know anything about the places that I've been recently. I was actually live on camera in person at the LTT studio a little while back, so I've got no issue with people knowing what I look like personally or anything. It's just, I thought VTubing was really fun, so that's why I went that route. But yeah, I can't believe if I told myself 10 years ago where I would be because I decided that I wanted to try to break out of my shell by playing Orc Kingdom, I would have never believed what would happen. But it's been nothing but good stuff. So, you know, still enjoy the game. Anyway, it is time for Genshin Impact, and I do think that I'm going to stand by my resolve and say that I am not going to show any polls today on stream. So I'm going to call it for the night. I'm going to go get myself another latte because my iced coffee is now officially empty. And we'll see you guys next time. Oh shoot, Lousy, you were still typing there. Aura Kingdom is still one of my favorite games too. So, that's it for today. I got to pour out my heart here at the end a bit, but thanks so much for everybody that came to stop by and say hello while I was here. Yeah, hit me up in the Discord. That was really short notice, but yeah, I am gonna go head over to Genshin now, and like I said, I'm not gonna do polls on stream because I don't want to encourage that in other people. And we will catch you guys next time, except that actually, since you've stuck around so long, I'm gonna switch over to something special just for a minute. This is it ready to go? Yes, I think it is. I think it will work if I switch over to it. This is my new stream starting soon art, which I did myself, so it's really bad and hands are really hard to draw, but I'll let it play for 1 minute and then I'll just fully end the stream. So enjoy the fruit of my labor.